A Druze man with a German citizenship just went on a stabbing rampage in Haifa, killing and injuring people, Jewish and Muslims as well. This is an act of terrorism. I don't care if he's mentally ill, I don't care any excuse that you might put around or any valid reason, he still went murdering innocent lives. And you know what? It shook me to my core. As a Druze, I just was in a podcast where I said, you won't see any Druze terrorists, and then this happened. It shook me to my core. But you know what really inspired me in all this story? Is the reaction of the Druze community. And this is the official reaction of the Israeli Druze community. He cannot be buried in Shfar'am, and no one will attend his funeral. He is neither Israeli nor Druze for us. We cannot allow anyone to harm the life alliance of the Druze and the Jews. Now, in contrary to what you usually will be seeing from Palestine or radical Muslim world, where someone will go with a terrorist attack, they will glorify him. They'll start giving baklawas and knafas in the streets. They will pay his family money to buy a house and etc., because they want to encourage the killing of innocent life. The Druze are doing the opposite. The Druze cherish life, and they say nothing will justify the killing of innocent life, and he's not going to have a burial. I don't know if you understand that. This is insane. He's gonna have a burial, but not a Druze burial and not in a Druze cemetery. And this is a huge thing for the Druze people, because you see, the Druze believe in reincarnation. So for the Druze, there's no such thing as visiting the grave again and again. The burial is the only time that everyone comes. The burial is the last time that they will come and pay the respect to the person who died, because they believe that he went somewhere else and he's living somewhere else now. So for the Druze community, this is one of the biggest punishments ever, and the Druze in Israel are coming and saying no one is going to attend his funeral. We don't support that. This is a disgusting behavior. And even his father, in this heartbreaking video, is sending a very important message that will help you understand the essence of the Druze spirit, which does not support these actions.
سكيزوفرينيا، عنده ديليت بوبرتي، يعني متاخر وعنده اوتيزم كمان، وكان يتعالج بالمانيا كم مره، راح مستشفى بيات وتعالج هون كمان باسرائيل. شو بدي اقول، انا يعني كثير متضايقت وتفاجأت لما اجى البوليس. طلع انا كل عمري انا اشتغلت اكثر من 20-25 سنه في المانيا. كنا نعمل ورك شوبس، كنا نعمل بروجكتين بريفنتيف، يعني قبل مع شباب وصبايا بكل المانيا تقريبا. نحن نشتغل ضد العنف وضد العنصريه وضد المخدرات، وكنا نقرب الناس على بعض. نحن ايم اوبن مايندد، وانا بعلم اولادي على التسامح وعلى الحب وعلى الاحترام وعلى الاخلاص. هاي الاشي الثمين.
شو بتقول لعائلة الضحية من كفر كنا والمصابين؟
والله يا عمي أنا مبتسم، أنا بدناش نضر حدا، بالعكس. الله يشفيهم بسرعة، والحق علينا. الله يرحم الجميع، والله يشفي الكل، والله يسعد كل الناس، والله يوفق كل الناس. كل عمري يشتغل هذا الشيء.
My sincere condolences to the families of the victim and even to the father of this young man. You know, you can see in his eyes the pain that his son have brought him, the shame that his actions of his son have brought them, even though he was mentally ill and etc. Again, I said it does not justify what happened. To help you understand furthermore the difference between the Druze culture to, let's say, the Muslim culture and other cultures, which, no, I'm not all of them, but many of them, you know, glorify death and terrorism. He has now had two of the worst things happen to him. His son died. Every father would mourn the death of his son. And his son died committing an act of murder, an act of terrorism, which have brought great shame on his family. And that is in the eyes of the Druze, because for the Druze, honor and respect is the highest thing, is one of the highest things. And for them to come and understand the shame that he brought on this family. Now he will be forever remembered as the father of the man who went and murdered people in the street. Other parents will not want their daughters to marry his children. Other parents will not want their sons to marry his daughters. You know, that's a huge thing in the Druze culture, but it just shows you the difference between a culture that worship life. And you know what? One of the most heartwarming things that I've had after this, because I felt embarrassed, I felt ashamed. And I've been receiving so many messages from Jewish friends telling me stuff that we don't hate the Druze, you guys are amazing. You know what? There were Jews who went and betrayed this country. There is mentally ill people and murderers in every culture. We know that you guys cherish life, love life. We love you guys. The level of love that I've been receiving from the Jewish community is immeasurable, and from the Christian community. It just comes to show that there is bad apples in every religion. There is bad apple in every community. There is people that have twisted minds, crazy people, but the real test is how does the community reacts to that. And you can see the difference. And that's one of the main things that differentiate Israel from Palestine. For example, in Israel, they always condemn an act of murder, a criminal behavior. In Palestine, almost always they will celebrate it and make it look like a hero. They'll start teaching about them in schools, giving it to little children, making them a hero, put posters in their houses, I don't know what. Worshipping death versus worshipping life. Anyhow, terrible news. My sincere condolences to the families of the victims. As a Druze myself, I want to come and tell you that I'm sorry for what happened. We don't hate you. We have nothing against you. We only respect you, and we hope and wish for a quick recovery for the injured, and that the families of the victims that died will know peace. I'm very sorry again, and yeah, see you next time. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Don't do anything stupid in general. Just don't do anything that I would do. And in general, don't make excuses. When someone does something wrong, own it, stand on it. Don't hide things under the carpet. That's not the way to move forward. That was a terrible thing that happened, and here we are talking about it and saying that we condemn it and that we want to look for a better future for all of us. So yeah, that's my advice for today.